Hey everybody, what's up? Mike, N2MDX here in the shack, and today we got the video on the Ldmos HF amplifier that I built. It took me a little over a month to build this amplifier, and I gotta tell you, whatever I didn't understand or know, I definitely know now. So there's a lot to this when you build an amp. It's just a learning experience. It's you get two things from this. You build a nice amp, right? And you get to learn about it and all the ins and outs. So it's like, it's great. It's educational and it's just all good. But before I go on, I want to say a big thanks to my friend Rick, K2XT. This guy has dealt with me on the phone late at night, picking his brain about things, giving me great information. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he's just a good Elmer. So thank you, Rick. You're a good pal of mine. But let me tell you something. Demetrius, DX World. I can't say enough about you, dude. I never met you, but from the United States to Greece, you're a long distance friend to me. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I must have sent this guy 40, 50 emails, and he answered every single one. I probably drove him crazy, and I'm sorry for that, Demetrius. But there's things I needed to know. Remember, these boards were designed by you, so if I didn't know something about these boards, Demetrius was right there to tell me. He says, like, no, this is this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And I followed his instructions and everything exactly the way he said it. If he said this was going to happen, it happened. The guy is intelligent. He's extremely smart. So my advice to any one of you out there, if you're going to buy boards to build an amplifier, you can go with anybody you want, actually. But I'm just telling you from my experience, DX World, 2 thumbs up. 5 stars all the way. Customer service, Demetrius, hands down. His call sign, if you want to look him up, SV2RIF. Okay? He's actually got the same last name, Papadopoulos, as my friend I went to school with, Nick Papadopoulos. So that's pretty cool. So everybody's like, why'd you pick the name Aries? Well, Aries happens to be a Greek name. The boards are from Greece. Demetrius is Greek. Why not? A little history between the Greek mythology is that the Greek god of war, Ares, the son of Zeus. And everybody's like, well, now you got to build Zeus. 1.5 kW, who knows, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But the son of God is on the table here. I made a video of a walkthrough, testing it out. We're going to play it here in a second. There's a little bit of a parts list, but I'll get a detailed part list of everything I bought from Amazon, Mauser, Demetrius at DX World, AliExpress for the power supply. I'll put everything in GitHub. I'll put some links, and you'll see also Demetrius' site. Matter of fact, let me show you Demetrius' site right here. Hold on one second. Let's go over to that right there. So this is Demetrius' site, okay? Let's move this over here for a second. Perfect. Now, if you hit shop, this is what comes up, okay? He's got all the latest and greatest amplifiers with the touchscreen. He's got it in 5-inch touchscreen or the 7, whatever flavor you like. But these are the boards, okay? Remember, nothing's soldered on here, so this is no kits. Everybody considers this a kit. No, there's no kits here. Kit is when you bought something from the Mercury, from Kenny, and all the wires and module, everything was plug and play. Everything you have to solder here. No, I'm sorry, not the components. Everything's soldered on here, but as far as all the wires. And when you see how many wires, you'll know it's not a kit. So those of you that think it's a kit, it's not a kit. Far from it. You could pick either low pass filter board, the 7-pole, the 5-pole. I just picked the 5-pole for now. I think going into the next amplifier, this handles 1500. This is 2000 watts. The next amplifier I do, being it's 1.2, 1.5, I'll go for the 7-pole. But yeah, I'll list everything I purchased from here. and then you could check it out yourself. But let's get into the video. I'm gonna, walk you through everything inside this video that I made, and I hope you enjoy it. And I'll get back and talk to you again before we part our ways. All right, let's check it out. This is the Aries. So most of these parts I bought from Amazon. And like I said, the boards came from DX World. This is not a kit. I just wanted to let you guys know this is not like a Mercury kit. Because with the kits, all the wires are already done for you. The module, they're all plug and play boards, right? And the case is already fabricated, so you just drop your boards in. I'm sure if any of you bought the Mercury kit back in the day before Kenny changed that, but when he was offering the kits, you've seen that everything was pretty much easy. All you gotta do is just solder your RF connections, and that's pretty much it. And you're on the air. Again, not a kit. And I'll get into it why it's not a kit. So, with further ado here, let's get this case open. Again, this is a server case that I bought from Amazon. I did some fabrication to the front. This is a 5-inch Nexian screen from DX World. You can get this in 5 or 7, or you can fit this whole thing in if you wanted to. You can get really creative however you decide you're going to design your case. This is the standby switch, and this is the reset switch to reset the protection faults. This is my power button. We go around the back here. We got a set of fans. Okay. We have our AC mains in for 110 or 240, 120, 240. This is fuse protected. Got my call sign back there. This is also 3D printed. Heat sink. Aluminum plate that I use, 6160 for my RF connections. Okay. So let's take the cover off of the Aries. And let me give you a little, put this over here, sorry. So I'll give you a little tour here. Again, all the boards are from DX World, but not one piece of wire was attached to any of them. That's what makes, that's where we separate kit from a total build. I didn't surface mount anything. That would have probably took me forever, but thank God Demetrius took care of that. I'd probably be here for, I don't know, it'd take me forever to do that. I mean, going forward, I would like to see Demetrius put the plug and play, so you don't have to do none of the wiring, and actually make it a kit available where it's just plug and play for a lot of people, because a lot of people can't do this. Let me tell you, it was very tedious. It took a lot of time. There was times where I was like, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm effing done, and I just want to close shop, so to speak. Anyway, this is the RF deck. I didn't need a 10 millimeter slab of copper. All I needed was 3 millimeter for the specifications of the data sheets from NXP. NXP transistors. You could do MRF 300s, or you could do the 1803s. I tested both. They both do the same. So, and again, this board is from Demetrius DX World. You got your heat sink, which is about 2 inches thick. Okay, I got a heat probe under there too. I'll get to that in a second. So these fans in the back are blowing in. I got another fan here coming in. And then I 3D printed this. See those fans? This is 3D printed. All the shroud is 3D printed with 2 more fans. So they suck all the air that's coming in, and they push through the bottom of the heatsink that comes out the back, acting like an exhaust on a car, right out. It stays nice and cool too. Okay, so that's the RF deck. Moving back here, we have the band decoder board. Okay, that's the band decoder board, which is tapped to the LPF filter board. Okay, and also comes back to the controller. This is a low pass filter. Now he has on his site the 5 slot or the 7. This is the 5 at 1500 watts. It works fine for what I got here because I'm only doing about 600 watts. I got the RXTX relay board, antenna board. All right, I got an RF delay board. You don't need that, but it's good for, if you want to protect from hot switching. Also, my bias comes from there too. As you can see, it says bias. That gives the bias here for the 12 volts. All right, then you got your 50 volt taps here. I put my own little distribution block. So my 2 leads here go to each one of these on the RF deck and then back over to the power supply. I don't know if you can see back down here, I have another distribution block for 12 volts. And then right back underneath there, if you could see straight down, is a 12 volt step down. If you could see that, it's kind of hard. But there it is. It's a 12 volt step down. You can get that from Amazon too. I'll put all the parts on the list. Okay, this is the Huawei, as they call it. This is the 53 volt power supply. This is the same supply, by the way, that's in the Mercury 3S. All right, moving over here. This is the dual tandem protection board that I opted out for. I believe it's rated for 2,000 watts. Protects against current, SWR, and all that good stuff. All right. And that goes back. It protects the RF deck. It monitors pretty much everything. And all these little taps, all these wires come back, and they go straight down to controller board, which monitors everything. And on board on the controller is the Arduino Nano, as you can see right here, which I'm going to update, by the way. I'm going to make another video on that. I'm going to change the GUI in the front, and I'm going to put my logo, and you know, like I do my skins, I'm going to do skins for the front of this thing. And then back over here, this is your next-in screen that's being connected to the controller. All my switches and LEDs are over there. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of work here, guys. A lot of work. So, I mean, if you're up for something like this, have at it. It took me about a month. So, was it easy? No, not at all. Not at all. Now you see why they charge $4 grand for amplifiers. Yeah, it's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not easy, but what would make it easy is if I didn't have to do the soldering on all these wires. Every single pad you see with a wire on it, I had to do. This was the longest. This was it. This was the nightmare, the wiring. But if that was already on the board, oh, I mean, I could build them with my eyes closed. But it's just a lot of wiring, guys. So I'm just letting you know, it's not easy peasy. But let's turn it on. You want to check it out, I'm sure. We're going to put on the mains first. Right now we're running on 120. So as you can see, that's the power for the mains. And now you'll see the light on the power supply come on. See it down there? All right, so now she's on. And we're going to come up to the front here. And we're going to turn her on. Before I do, we're going to stop this video and I'm going to make another clip. Give me a second. All right, and then we'll start it now. And the reason why I did that is because when you're transferring these files, it can get too big sometimes for transfer. All right, so we're going to hit the power button. Now, you may think the fans are loud, but they're really not, because when the cover goes on, this thing is nice and quiet. Okay. And there's a fan on the power supply as well. So what Demetrius did here is he set up his logo, DX World, but I'm going to change that to mine. There's my call sign. And the band is flipping like this because we're in standby. Once we go into operator, they'll go to the correct band. We're in a dummy load right there. Let's just see where we're at. We're on 40 meters. We're going to go halfway here on the slider. I'm running a W2 with the interface, so I can see what's going on. So input right now. All right, so 1.71 watts. That's it. We'll put it on 2 kW. Let's see here. Let's get this microphone. And let's see. Let's get on operate. Now watch, you'll see it jump to 40 when I key up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So about hello. So 421 watts, and I'm only halfway on the slider. I'll put this in standby for a second, and we'll come back over here. Just do a quick test so you guys could see my amplifier working. Let's see what we got here. That's about 313 watts. Go back to 2KW. Operate. Hello radio, 1 2 3 4. 1 2. Hello radio, 1 2 3 4. So, and it said 400 up there. Yeah, so we're getting close. And 20 watts. Let's see, we're close to about almost 5 watts. I remind you, there is a pad in here. See these resistors? I think that's about 10 dB, from what I understand. I think that's what he said. It was about 10 dB of attenuation. N2MDX testing into the dummy load. 441, 445. Hello. 1 2 3 4. 450. Okay, not bad. So there you go. And I have it throttled back. I have this thing throttled back because I just, you know, for safekeeping, it'll do. I've seen this go up to about 700 watts. Do we need to do that? No. You're drawing more amperage. You want to stay, but you want to stay under 17 amps. That's what Demetrius told me, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so I keep it around. I'm keeping the current. See this little current screw right here? That's the current adjustment. I keep that around 15 amps with these transistors. So, you know, listen, the first 500 watts gets you there. It'll do 500. I pretty much can do 500 on each band. And that's what's good. Also, I added, because 40 meters is we're only putting out a little less than 400, I added this air coil here on 40. Okay, you can add more here. You just take the jumpers off the board, take those on side of that jumper, and then you put an air coil in. So I'm going to probably do 2 more for 15 and 12. But yeah, man, that thing's working awesome. Aries. Hey, I know you guys have been waiting a while for this video. So have I. What an accomplishment to build your own amplifier from scratch. I mean, you know, again, a lot of work, but it's so rewarding. I got to tell you, there was things that I never knew about amplifiers. I know now. Also, there's another 3D printed tray down here holding the controller board, as you can see down there. It's a tray, 3D printed. Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And to see it come to life, I put a little RFI thingy over here and one here too, just to keep RF out. Those ferrites, they work good. Yeah, man, listen, you could do it. One, I'm going to tell you right now, I know as you get older, sometimes your vision and your hands, they start to shake with the solder iron. If you have those issues, yeah, it's going to be hard for you. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, if you don't have any issues as far as soldering and you can see pretty good, glasses, you know, you can use a magnifying glass, get in there, get to it. But I'm going to list everything I bought as far as the boards and the power supply. Power supply I got on AliExpress. Yeah, man, so you're going to need wire. You're going to need wire. Lots of wire. Anyway, guys, listen, thank you so much for watching my videos, subscribing to me. Hopefully I catch you on the air. We could talk and you can hear the Aries in action. Again, thank you so much. N2MDX 73. And welcome back. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video that I put together. Thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate it. Please like and share and let everybody know about my channel. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you to Demetrius SV2RAF for this opportunity to build this wonderful amplifier with your boards. And it's working great. I love it. Thank you so much for the help. Thank you for all the amazing tips to help me out and guide me along. Big thank you also to Rick K2XT in Cream Ridge, New Jersey, my buddy, who's very, very, just a big wealth of knowledge. So between Rick and Demetrius, I had some good people on my team. Even though I did all the hard work, I still had the two gurus of engineers on my side, Demetrius and Rick. So thank you to those guys. Really, you guys mean a lot. And I met a new friend in Greece. So if you guys want to build an amplifier, an Ldmos amplifier, want to create your own, listen, it's something I always wanted to do since I heard about Ldmos. Yeah, you could buy your own amplifier, sure. But when you build it and you learn about it and the education that you get from this experience, it's a whole different animal. So if you could do it, do it. That's all I can tell you. I will put all the information for the parts from Amazon, Mauser, AliExpress, Demetrius's website, all the parts, the list, and everything I bought. I actually made a nice notepad of everything, so you can go out and buy the same stuff I got, or tweak it and do your own thing. And there's lots of cool cases too on AliExpress and eBay and Amazon. I mean, crazy 10-inch. I mean, you can get nuts. It's all what you want to spend. You want to spend $5,000 and make a sick Ldmos amp? Go right ahead. It's your money. Do what you want. But it'd be custom built or one-off of yours and your creation. You could get to name it whatever you want. Even name it another Greek god. I don't know. But yeah, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love it. The amp is working awesome. It's in the background. I love this thing. So it's great. I'm so excited. Yeah, will I buy an amplifier? Yeah, I'm a ham operator. We always buy things. We just like to buy and buy and buy, right? But to build this, it was good. It was a great achievement. Another notch on my belt and on ham radio. And you don't see too many people building stuff anymore. You know, yeah, people build antennas here and there, but. And then I bought that, and then I built that little portable QRP transceiver, the Hermes Pi. So that was kind of cool too. So right after that, I did this. Who knows what's next? Could it be the 1.5 kW? I don't know. I need a break though. I need to vacation, enjoy myself, and we'll get back to it again. But hey, listen, guys, thanks a lot for watching my channel, watching this cool video on the Ldmos Aries amplifier. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Thank you so much. 7 threes. All the best. Take care.